All right, so on your screen, you should be able to see my slide, right? So today, the topic of the workshop is on enriching online class session with teaching and learning tools in Microsoft Teams, yeah? So for today, I have give the theme for our session, which is it possible to do group activity in Microsoft Teams? Say, for example, you have a tutorial sessions and you don't want to just discuss questions, or you want to have a revision session with your students. So is it possible to have group activity using Microsoft Teams if you have to use Microsoft Teams lah, if you can't have face-to-face, for example, okay? So the answer is yes, it's possible, okay? And group activities will enhance students' online learning experience, okay? So today I will be introducing the tools by having you to, immerse in the classroom experience, yeah? So the objective of today's sessions will be to go through the consideration taken into account when designing a group activity. So there are certain key factors that will contribute to a success or a failure of a group activity. So I will go through that with you. And next will be to demonstrate the activity through providing immersive experience. So that's the part where you will get a prize lah if you win later on. But you need PC lah, okay? So normally when it comes to group activity, people will think like, okay, let's use breakout rooms, okay? But is breakout room the only answer for group activity? So my answer is no. There could be simpler solutions. For smaller scale group activity lah, if you have like a class of 100 people or something, probably you will need more people to handle the activity. I mean, for whatever breakout room or not, you need more people lah actually for group activities, okay? So I'm going to go through the teaching principles behind the usage of technology first, okay? So these are the two references that I will be referring to for my my presentation today, okay? So the first one is when is it better to learn together, right? So there's a literature that actually tells you when, how to choose what's the best time to do group activity, okay? And the other one is on collaborative learning in higher educations. So evoking positive interdependence. So how do we promote collaborative learning in higher education? So there's actually literature on that. So I think these two literature is good to refer, and the English is not too deep also lah, can be digested, yeah? And so the learning approach deployed in the activity I'm going to show you later on is called collaborative learning, okay? And the definitions is just collaborative learning is a group of students, okay? I mean, it's a group learning approach whereby students within a group, they will actively interact with each other in achieving common goals. So in your group activity, you have to provide a common goal for the group so that they could discuss. You need to have an activity that encourage students to interact with each other, okay? And these are the factors highlighted in the reference schedule 2016, okay? So they actually highlighted 8 factors that will determine whether your group activity is going to be success or not, okay? So mainly you have the design factors and you have the process factors, okay? So under design factors, there are factors such as autonomy of student, you have the task characteristics, there's teacher expectations, group size, which falls under the design factors category. And then you have the team task regulation, interdependence, promotive interactions, mutual support and motivation under the process factors, right? So these are the 8 factors that will contribute to how effective the collaboration is going to be. So today I will highlight just 3 because the group activity that I will introduce is mainly designed for a half an hour session, something like that. Like it's only just going to take half an hour of your sessions to complete, right? So these 3 should be sufficient lah, in my opinion, and suitable for foundation students because I tested already, okay? So let us go to task characteristics. So what kind of task characteristics will be good for collaborative learning? So here are the three main characteristics for good level of difficulty, right? Because you need a good difficulty in the assessment for it to be a good task for group activity. So first of all, the tasks for the group activity need to be complex enough, right? You cannot give something too simple, okay? If it's too simple and can be completed by one person only, then there's no point to have group activity, and student will not appreciate that activity, and they might feel it's a burden, right? So you must make sure the task is complex enough, and complex enough such that it requires the students to discuss. Okay, that's the first one. Second one will be the task really, you have to make sure it really needs others' contribution. Yeah. So only if the task only need one person to finish, then again the student will not appreciate the activity. Okay, and lastly, the task that you give should be manageable, right? You don't go beyond the ability of the group. Okay, so these are the task characteristics. And next would be the group size. Yeah, group size has to be optimum. Yeah, so for total number of students in a group, right? How many students in a group is good? Okay, so the literature schedule 2016 suggests you should have like 3 or 4 students. That will be optimum. For my own case, I tried 5 and above because the student number is quite large, and I cannot section them out too many groups. So I use 5, but I use at my own risk. Okay. And then 2 packs, of course, is too little. And in a class, if you want the monitor to be manageable, it should be like 6 groups. Okay. If you have 6 and above, then you might have certain groups where you can't really know what they are doing, like you can't follow up their progress much, right? So far the number of groups that I use is like just 6 groups, okay, and it's okay. It was okay. And the last one is on team and task regulations. And some of you might ask, what does it mean by team and task regulations? Okay, so basically team and task regulations are just how you regulate, how do you go about with completing the group activity, such as like set deadlines. Do the group needs to set some deadlines? Do they need to appoint team leader or not? How to divide tasks on all that? And since my activities, the group activities that I use is just going to last like 20 or 30 minutes. So, and the level of the students that I tested on is just foundation level. So I'm the one who prepare the regulation for them. Like I'm the one who tell them, right, they have to set deadline or not. Do they have to appoint team leader or not? So I give advice on those things. Then the student just try to follow, right? In addition, because right now it's just enculturation stage for a student to learn to be, collaborating with others. Okay, it's their first year in the uni, right? So we have to give them some chance to get used with working with other people, right? So I'm the one who give the regulations, okay? But however, if you're going to conduct this many times throughout the semester, you're going to use many times group activities. You can slowly invite ideas from the students themselves. Students nowadays, they are very good in giving ideas. So you can ask them, what's the best way? Is the previous is the previous regulation you set good enough or not? Does it need improvement or things like that? Okay, so you can invite some ideas from the student. So these are the 3 factors that I have highlighted from the 8 factors just now. Okay. Hang on. So that basically wrap up my first sections of my workshop. And next we will go into classroom experience. Okay. So not so boring lah in this afternoon. Okay. So in the next part of the workshop, you will become my student. Okay. So give me some time to upload some document in the chat section. Hang on. Okay, I have did some grouping. I know some of you are not here or can't actively engage in the session, but never mind. I will change the grouping later on. Okay. Okay, so I will rearrange, I will reshuffle the grouping after the participants have been confirmed. Hang on. Okay. All right. Okay. So okay, I have shared 3 items in the chat. So before we begin, all right. So first of all, as I mentioned in the WhatsApp chat, you will need to use a desktop PC in order to join the immersive experience smoothly lah. Because from the student feedback, they cannot contribute to the activity if they use phone. Okay. Maybe you guys have other ways to go about, but so far student didn't discover any possible way. So if possible, try to use desktop. And then the second thing is that that particular PowerPoint that I have shared in the chat, that will be our virtual gathering space later on. Okay. So just double click the PPTX file attached in the chat, then you should be seeing the slide opening in Teams. Probably I will share the screen later on. Okay, so once you enter the PowerPoint slide, okay, if your name appear in group 1, then you just click slide 1, right? Then I will know that you are in that group, okay? And as I promised, so the first group that complete the assigned activity will receive a prize from me lah. Okay, you can collect the prize at my office later on. Okay. So let me just share. All right. So hopefully you can already start stand by at your group space. All right. I'll just call it group space. So every slide that I have assigned a number, that will be the group space, right? So let me change my screen. Hang on. I'm going to try double click the PowerPoint and see who are in there already. Okay. All right, so I can see that in group 1, Didat is there already. Pao is there also. Emmeline is there. Dr. Rohana in group 1. Okay. Dr. Rohana, group doktor dekat slide 2. So nanti doktor pergi slide 2 lah ya. Siapa lagi ya? Tamizi is group 1, okay. Okay, so let me share my screen so that you see what I see also. Hang on, give me some time. I think I'll just share my desktop, I think. Okay, so this is what I see lah. So I can see your name there. I think you can also see your friends in every slide, right? So once you click the slide, so your name will appear in that slide. So basically that will be your group space, right? Okay, let me see if we have enough people or not. Okay, group 5 we have 4 people. Group 6, we don't have anyone. Hang on. Let me just check my name list again. Group 6. Okay. All right. Yana ada. Okay. 4. Okay. I think Yana pergi slide 1 lah. So we can have a more balanced group. So kira group 6 is we cancel group 6 lah. So we have 5 groups only for today. All right, so you guys can start with the activity. I will time your work and then it will be around 15 minutes. So let me stop share my screen and share the timer screen. Okay. Okay, so in the meantime, I'll try to see your progress. So you can start with completing the activities and the material is in the chat as well. So the answer can be obtained from the PDF file shared in the chat already. Hopefully everyone get the document. Okay. Okay. Syuhada say bila klik tak dapat view saja tak dapat edit. Okay, dah dapat. Okay. Alright.
Jiun, sorry, just wanna ask you.
Okay.
Kita untuk complete the assignment ni kita letak macam mana isi apa?
Isi jawapan saja dekat text box tu. Macam contohnya yang group 1 ni kan, dia orang perlu list title tu. Just tulis saja title di bawah ecotourism. Macam contoh satu title 1. Type saja. Title 1 tu apa. Macam tu je.
Okay. Macam kami ni waterfall 1 ni tulislah waterfall apa ya?
Ina group apa? Ina kan?
Group 3.
Group 3. Okay, so group 3. Name of waterfall. So waterfall 1 nama dia apa? Waterfall 2 nama dia apa?
Okay, senang. Terima kasih CJ.
Sama.
Okay, sorry. Budak orang.
Tak apa.
CJ, PDF yang CJ bagi ni jawapan dia.
Mana? Boleh.
Semua based on PDF yang CJ bagi ni ke?
Yes. Semua dari PDF dulu saja. So macam for your class kan, you can use your lecture slide as the material and then you can, give questions. So each group do complete different question. Contohnya lah dari lecture slide. So you ada beri 5 soalan berbeza. Lepas tu, you groupkan student and they answer different questions. So at the end, dia boleh jadi revision material lah for them. That's what I do lah for the physics tutorial. Okay, so saya boleh nampak group 4 sangat aktif dia. Banyak jawapan sudah. Okay. Dah ramai orang kat situ. Okay, patutlah. Right, group 5 pun dah increase. Group 6 ada orang. Yati. Yati, kita dah close group 6, Yati. Cuba Yati join group yang 1 tu. Okay. Um, untuk makluman, actually on this online PowerPoint kan, you can actually do drawings. If you go to the top here, you can actually draw something on the PowerPoint if you want. Like you click the pen and you can start like drawing things on the slide. That can be done, yeah, in PowerPoint online. And you can erase if you don't want the line. Normally pelajar saya lah, dia orang akan pakai pen untuk macam communicate with each other, or they just add more text box and write some text, macam dia buat chat dalam slide lah. That's what they do lah. Okay, group 3 start buat table sudah. Okay, hopefully sempat. So dalam when you use this I mean when you join this activity, you can also see what's the shortcoming or apa advantage of using this platform lah for group activities. Yeah, you can judge for yourself lah. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see the progress. Okay, so right now group 1 already start adding pictures and okay. Is group 5 doing okay? Probably group 5 members got this one internet problem, I think. Oh, kesian ya. Okay, so let me look at group 1. Group 1, okay. Right. Is group 2 doing okay? Yeah, you can drag the table outside the slide, no problem. It's just like editing slide when you do this. Okay, group 2 ada yang tanya kena buat table ke? Okay, that one is up to you lah. For table, there will be a downside, like I think only one person can do the editing lah. Maybe what can be done is like yang lain maybe contribute answer masing-masing, and then yang compile table tu hanya seorang lah, maybe lah, most probably. Okay. Yang group 3 I tengok ramai-ramai orang tengah edit table. So maksudnya you guys can edit table itu kah if another person edit? Sebab kalau experienced student dia orang tak dapat edit.
Boleh sih je, boleh.
Oh okay, thanks for.
Tapi ni lah berebut-rebut lah.
Kan.
Seorang drag, seorang akan tarik lagi. Tapi most of us mengisi lah sekarang.
Alright. I can see group 4 is working in harmony. A lot of info in there already. Food location. Okay. Group 5, everyone okay? Uni, Didat, Mel, semua okay? Okay. Alright. Tengah fokus cari jawapan, I think. Okay. Let me just go navigate around. Okay, masa tinggal dalam less than 2 minutes. Okay. So once the time's up, we just stop where we can lah. Okay. And the group that can complete the most will be eligible for the prize. Okay. Okay, let me change my screen to okay, 15 minutes is up. Probably I will give like extra just 1 or 2 minutes, okay, for those yang masih fokus buat. Sekejap ya. Group 3 sudah start copy and paste gambar. Okay. Alright. Untuk group 1 actually ada banyak title di bawah ecotourism tu. Just for your hint saja. Tak apa. Group 2. Okay. Alright. Steps to the future. Sarawak. Okay. Alright. Okay. Group 2 nampak macam dah beres. Okay. Group 5. Group 4 pun nampak macam dah ada semua experience. Okay. Okay, so group 5, alright. List all the artifacts. Okay. Alright. Okay. Group 5 pun hampir habis. Alright. Okay. So I think we will stop. All participants should stop contributing, and we just go through the work of every group. Okay. And for group 1, you are actually asked to list the titles for all articles arranged under the categories listed, right? So there are 6 categories. So if you notice in page 2 in PDF, I think there will be contents for ecotourism, COE, sustainable tourism, and so on. So under ecotourism, there are actually several titles. First is the Explore the Deep Dark of Mulu, which group 1 dah jawab. Okay. And then the next one is Trailing Sarawak's Waterfall. That's the second title, which I didn't see. Okay. And then there's another articles. So next will be the COE. COE is just what's on Sarawak to discover. Okay, and then there's ecotourism. Sustainable tourism. Okay, so ecotourism continue with the title The Perfect Jungle Escapade. Okay. And also after that, there are titles like Sarawak's True Essence of Nature. Okay, Sarawak True Essence of Nature. And then we have another title is for Orang Hutan. Okay, Orang Hutan, that one will be for sustainable tourism. All right, well done. Okay. And then there are titles under sustainability. Okay, nothing should go to waste. All right. Sustainability in the timber industry. So I didn't find that title on the slide. Okay. And for museum, will be a museum dedicated to preserving heritage, right? So there are a few missing, okay? Doesn't matter, which is very good already. And then there's supposed to be a picture relevant with the content. So there are nature picture and there are some tourist attraction here. And there's orangutan for the orangutan article and so on. Right, group 1, well done. Although it's not perfect, but never mind, good try, okay? Next, I go to group 2. All right. So I noticed there are some changes still going on. Tapi tak apalah, all right. So group 2 need to list articles. Again, actually very similar task with group 2. It's just that the focus is on different category, right? So for group 2, the focus is on hotel category, food, trade news. No trade news. Just hotel, food, education, foundation, furniture design, and health. So these are the title, right? And the title of articles for hotel, I think there are 2 hotels. Okay. Hotel is on page 56. So there's experience hemisphere hospitality for under hotel. I cannot find the article on here. And then another hotel is on digital hospitality in the heart of Kuching City. That one is there. Okay. And I see other articles which is not under the category. Oh, sorry. So the correct one is this one. And this one I don't know where it come from. So yeah. And then the hotel for the digital hospitality is at that one should be at Kuching, Sarawak. Okay. Not sure where this name come from, but this one should be in Kuching. Right. And for food, we have Media of Sarawak, which is correct. Okay. And actually it's only Midin, the This one no. And then for Bidin of Sarawak, I think they actually suggest you can find them in some outlets. Okay, you can find them in Top Spot, Seafood, and all that. Not too sure where this one come from. But there are several other locations which you can find near the number 61 in the page. Okay. So and then for Education Foundation, yes, Yayasan Sarawak step forward into ada kurang satu word di sini. Alright. So district involved will be Kuching. Alright. Kuching, but if you highlight more location because of the different foundation, yes, acceptable answer. And for furniture design, the article title is Sarawak Design Center. Okay, acceptable title. And the district for this will be this one. Let me see. Yeah. This one will be on all right. This one actually you can put district like not mentioned, right? Not mentioned in the article. Okay. And for health, under health, there are articles such as KPJ Miri Specialist Hospital toward better days ahead. This one okay. And always there when help is needed. All right, this is also acceptable. So you can find the KPJ in Cebu and also in Miri. Right, so group 2 also complete with a little mistake. Okay. Now next group is on waterfalls. All right. So the task is to list all the waterfalls listed in the article Trailing Sarawak Waterfalls. So you can find that articles in page, let me just try to find the page. Trailing Sarawak Waterfall. It's under the second article for ecotourism. Probably in PDF is about 11 or 12. Okay. So you can see first waterfall is Bronang Waterfall. Bronang Waterfall in Bauk. Oh, is the word guarding there in the article? Okay. Homestay are this one resort. So I think there's a bit of name. Now if my there's anything wrong with the comment, you can provide feedback, no problem. Okay. And the second one is Sebarau or Bidak Waterfall. Sebarau. Okay, acceptable. And the homestay is supposed to be at let me see. Did they suggest homestay for Sebarau? Homestay. Right. I think Sebarau and Sebarau and Enseluai probably is at the same place kah? Batang Air is not in Siburan. I think for Siburan no homestay. I think tu yang dia orang tak recommend kot. Okay. Tapi this one Kampung Bidak. Kampung Bidak not necessary got homestay. Okay. But let's put it like this for now. And for Batang Air got Enseluai. Enseluai, yes. Enseluai Waterfall. Tapi homestay dia dekat Nangga Sumpa Lodge. Nangga. Oh, this one. Sorry, this one not correct. And next one is on Wong Klangsau. Yep. And Rumah Juliana Kamidan Jaya, betul. Right. Actually supposed to have district name also. Mungkin tak sempat kot sebab nak arrange table and picture and everything. And let me see, next one, Wong Pala Munso. Wong Pala Munso. Wong Pala Munso. Oh, Krangsau ada kat sini. Okay. Alright. Pancor Mabong. Pancor Mabong is the next. This one dekat Kapit, and then homestay dekat Tuno homestay. And next we have the Wong Pejik, and dekat homestay ada a few homestay. Probably one is enough. Belanum, yeah, Belanum Bay Floating House. Okay, and Keluan Waterfall is the next one. Keluang Waterfall, and then Longsan dekat Ulu Baram. Segar Selaan One Stop. And next one is Paramapu Waterfall. Paramapu. Okay, it's there. And ada Barrio Asa Longhouse. Is that the homestay? Yeah, Barrio Asa Longhouse homestay. Right, betul. That's it. Yang lain ada terlebih kok, yang this one terlebih lah. Okay, so complete the task with a little missing lah. So district name bukan semua ada, and ada terlebih jawapan. Okay, tapi good effort, well done. Okay, we go to next one. Group 4. Focus on the articles Explore Kuching in 24 hours. So in the PDF probably is about 37 or 38 like that in PDF. So Explore Kuching in 24 hours, supposed to list all the suggested experience for each timeline, right? So for AM, noontime, and also PM. So what the group did was very standardized headings, which is good. So there's food, location of tourist attraction, and also other unique experience. Okay, so for each of these, for AM we can go for like Kolomi, Sarawak Laksa, okay, and Mi Belacan, okay. All right, and next would be the location of tourist attractions. So there's a place like Wayang Street, Carpenter Street, yes, it's all mentioned in the articles. And other unique experience will be like a walk at Pantai Damai. Okay, and you can do some hiking also, or you can take the penampang and everything and grab cake lapis, right? So all the answers in there. And noontime, you can go for inexpensive lunch, trip to museum, and see local wildlife. Okay, I mean, can choose from any lah, but they just list the suggested place that you can go. Food would be like at noontime, I think there are places like Lau Ya Keng. Okay, Lau Ya Keng food court is there. And there's Kway Chap, but I didn't see it here. So Kway Chap is missing. And there are some not halal food, so but I don't want to list here. Probably that's why it's not listed here as well. Should I list? Hang on. And there's this trip to museum. Trip to museum, yes, it's listed here. And there's a place like Chong's Crocodile Farm, right? And orang utan at Semenggong. Taman Orchid. Is Taman Orchid there? This one I didn't notice. Right. Okay. So for PM, you can go for Round Tower. Round Tower. This one I didn't notice. Okay. Then the Tot Spot seafood. Oh yeah, Tot Spot seafood is there. And the oh yeah, Round Tower, yes, sorry. Yeah, Round Tower is correct. Lepau restaurant. The Chong. These two I didn't notice, but I know got this restaurant in Kuching now, but I didn't notice in the article though. Okay, and for the tourist attraction, there are like Kuching waterfront, and you have the Kuching Float Mosque, and also Daruhana Bridge, or the full name is Daruhana Suspension Pedestrian Bridge. Okay lah. Daruhana Bridge is acceptable. Other unique experience would be cocktails at Babel's Place. Oh, I think this one. There's a spelling mistake here. Should be Bibel's Tell. Okay, so with a bit off, but less mistake noticeable. All right, I think something happened. All right, so group 5 become group 11. Okay, I think that happened because there is some lagging happens. Okay, actually there was a time when one of the group student internet not so good, they actually affect some overall experience lah. Okay, so yeah, internet has to be good enough. So I'm checking the last group on group 5. So group 5 is on museum dedicated to preserving heritage. All right, this is articles page. Let me see the page. This is on about page 53 or 54 in the PDF. All right. So this is on the new museum in Kuching. All right. So for the first part, this one actually asks for the area, the numbers, right, which is 6726 square, right, square meter. I'll just ask for this only, okay? And then there are 5 levels, right? This building got 5 levels, and the confirmed gallery themes are Love Our Rivers, In Harmony with Nature. Oh, not comma like that, should be just an N, time changes. So the confirmed gallery theme got 2. One is Love Our River, and the other theme is In Harmony with nature and time change. Right. Actually, by the time this new museum opened, there's a lot of things to see. I think we all should go for this theme. I see from the article it's going to be quite exciting. Got a lot of interactive activity. And what's good about this building is that there are certifications received by this building. The amazing part is there's Green Building Index certifications, and it's actually for this one, the program for the endorsement of forest certifications, right? So yeah, it's pretty cool. This building got this Green Building Index. And the last part for group 5 is to list all the artifacts that can be found at each level of museum. This museum refers to the old one, right? The old museum actually house a lot of old artifacts. So include burial jar, sun head, mortar commando. And the last one on level 5, there's beaded head, okay, and Iban spinning wheel, and carved canoe head, and the last one is long utan carved wooden model tattoo. All right. So all correct with a bit off, right? So so these are the article completed by all of you, and how should I how should I rank the performance? Okay, I can see there are less mistake for group 4 and group 5. So probably the price can go to either one of these. But in terms of what I have marked here, I think I will go for, and in terms of complexities in the, but group 5, there's only like 2-3% contribute compared to group 4, like less people. So okay, probably let me have a think about it, and probably I will announce who will get the prize lah among group 4 and group 5. Other groups did well. It's just that there are more mistakes. I won't say if you don't get the prize, you're not a winner or anything. Just hope you can get a bit of experience and know what type of activity is suitable for, I mean, whether this entire idea is good enough for your classroom or not lah. Okay, so I will announce the winner after Josh's slot comes in. Okay, so thank you very much for your participations in the workshops, and hopefully you enjoy the sessions. So I pass the session to our chairperson, Adrus. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, CJ.
Yeah.
A very interesting activity. Okay, so you can see how we can use shared PowerPoint in Microsoft Teams in order to do a very interactive where everyone can join in together and contribute to the one PowerPoint slide that everyone can observe. So that is a very good way to conduct online class. So it's not very dry only from the lecturer side, but everyone can, from the students can contribute. And it also is very suitable for situation where one or two of the students have very bad connection. Okay, they can still observe the outcome or the slides that everyone has contributed to. So thank you, CJ. Okay, we will wait for the winner. Kita semua berdebar-debar kan, tak tahu siapa menang tadi. Okay, but without wasting more time, we will proceed to our second presenter, our penceramah today, Mr. Josh and Shim. Okay. Hello. Can anyone hear my voice? Ada yang cakap susah nak dengar? Boleh?
Boleh.
Boleh. Okay, so Mr. Josh will share on introduction to Wacom Touch Screen Tablet, essential operation and setup. Okay, so we have this new device in our office, about 10 units of it. Okay, and the courses will receive a few units each. So Mr. Josh will share how to set it up, and then also method and tools of integrating touch screen devices in calculation-based classes. Okay. If you have questions for Ms. CJ, we will try to answer it at the end of the session. I think Ms. CJ also is now busy with the try to see who is the winner. So we collect all of both questions for both sessions at the end of the after Mr. Josh is done with his presentation. Okay. So Josh, you can start right now. Thank you.
Okay, very good evening, selamat petang kepada semua. Okay, so I will share my PowerPoint now. Okay, everyone can see the slide. Is it clear? Okay, so basically today I would like to do a bit of sharing session. Again, if you are asking me, I'm an expert or not, I'm just a end user for this product. And I think most of you are basically more or less expert in this field as well. So because within 2 years of we doing asynchronous or synchronous session using whatever apps we have, basically you guys already experienced some of the tools that we already use today, which is the touch or interactive pen display or touch screen for teaching and learning. So for today, I'm going to use a bit of mix BM and Bahasa lah, to make things a bit more relaxed for you guys. hari ini we will go towards more towards the new device that is already been received by PRAU, which is the Wacom Cintiq 16. Nanti saya akan tunjukkan cara pemasangan dia. That part later I will explain, but let's go to something that is a bit basic, which is more towards the introduction. What are the devices? So basically, what are interactive pen or device or tablets? They are annotation device that connect with the user computer and allow for on-screen annotation. So basically, if you guys seen this before, this is already in our DK, in our billet tutorial, where you guys can use pen or stylus to write down on the screen, and it will mimic something like a blackboard or virtual blackboard in our BT or DK. And most likely you guys already understand, it's usually primarily used for hand drawing images, animation, and graphic computers. But due to the pandemic, or because of the MCO, it's very hard for us to go to our traditional face-to-face session. And because of that, these devices are primarily, well, like I said, very, very popular nowadays. So if you guys can see, there are 3 different types. One is definitely the best one, which is the tablet version, where you have the OS built in directly, and it's much more portable. Again, we have Windows version, we have the iOS version, and also the Android version. The second one is more likely you guys will see, which is in the DK or the BT, which is just a screen. It's just a display or secondary display for the PC, but it works great so far. And also it is much more cheaper than the other one. And the last one, you guys have seen this before as well. It is the one that is without screen. And again, we do have the devices in PRAU. Some of you still using it, but I do receive some feedback from you guys. Some of you are basically not comfortable using without screen. So that's why we heard your feedback, and we will get more these devices in screen devices. So like I said, it's currently very popular because of remote or virtual teaching learning. So it means that because of the constraint of not going to face-to-face or physical class, it's very easy for the teachers or educators to use these devices to jot down something or to teach basically to the students virtually via synchronous or asynchronous. Okay, so basically some of you already know as well, this device also very useful, especially for hybrid classes. So again, you can see from the images, without using the tablets, it's actually very hard to write down something that is in mathematics. So you can see on this side, it's very hard to use mouse to jot down. It's much more easier to use a pen or stylus to jot down the images. Okay. So advantage, obviously, it is an alternative version of the physical blackboard or whiteboard. So I think that is very, very clear. Again, it is also very interactive because again, you guys can see if you guys in the tutorial room, if you guys encourage students to go in front and just use the device, it will be much more fun, interactive among students. And also sometimes student has their own device as well. You make things much more, collaborative. Work will happen on teaching as well. It's very flexible, obviously, because again, whiteboard, definitely, if you write down, the only way to store the image is basically to take photos. But if you guys use the device, definitely you can screen capture and save and share with all the students. And also connectivity, again, like I said, it is very useful for synchronous and asynchronous session, because again, if you guys share using the device or the interactive pen straight away to Teams, is much more easier compared to something that you use like a camera and project to the whiteboard. It's doable, but I think it is much more harder to do. Okay, I'm not saying that using video project to the whiteboard is bad, but like I said, we can actually reduce some of the steps by using this device. Okay, so again, in market, we have a lot of brands for interactive display tablets in the market. Basically, the top one definitely is Wacom. Okay, brand Wacom. Second one is Huion. Some of you heard about Huion before, and XP Pen. And XP Pen again, yeah, some of you are using XP Pen, which is also still good. And the fourth one is Microsoft Surface, which is again quite expensive. Yeah, some of you do have the device, which is also very good. But again, like I said, it depends on personal choices or again personal preference. And also iPad and Android tablets, same thing as well. Do remember that iPad and Android, even though some of them have their apps, they are not compatible to Windows apps in some cases. Okay, so for today, okay, as promised, we will go to the guide of installing Wacom Centric system to your computers. So first thing first, I like to inform you guys, I like to tell you guys again, this is not a portable tablet. It is just a secondary display device. It means that it is like a monitor. Okay, so some of you have a bit of misconception, assuming that you guys can bring this along, whatever, and just jot down in the class. Unfortunately, this is not the device. Okay, so this one is just a simple display and again, interactive pen on the spot. So why we have this? Well, basically to help you guys with one, to create your async class videos. Okay, second, you guys can use it for your synchronous session for the visual whiteboard, just in case you guys cannot attend the physical classes. Third, if you want to use it for the purpose of doing research or teaching and learning research, for example, you guys can use the device. So we have the tool already for you guys. Okay, and fourth, I think the one is the best one. It is the sort of like an insurance, just in case our devices in the BT is not good. The one in BT is Huion brand. Kalau dia rosak, at least we have some replacement ready already, which is this one. Okay. So in the box here, again, another misconception, the box looks very big, very heavy. No, actually it's very, very light. Okay, in fact, it's almost as twice heavier than iPad. You guys can carry in one hand, in fact. It's very, very light, okay? And installing is, if you look at the picture on the right, it is actually quite hard a bit because we have three connection to be connected to the device. But again, rest assured, it's actually quite easy. And it's actually, I think a lot of people can do it by your own already. Okay, so let's look at a simple video first. How we can fix the device to your PC. Okay. Okay, so as I mentioned just now, it's actually quite easy. We just need to connect the device based on the step on the brochure just now. Okay, Kalau ada masalah, especially for connecting the Wacom Centric, you can ask our IT specialist, which is Encik Azmi, or you can ask me personally as well, because I do have the device in my office. Kalau kamu orang nak tengok macam mana the Centric, Wacom Centric kita yang baru ini ada di pejabat saya, so you guys can visit me. Okay, as usual, follow all the SOP. Okay, so let's continue with the next slide. So, how to borrow the Wacom from this one is only for pra-use sahaja, Okay, please note this is not my instruction. This is from the admin. Very clear. Some of you, if you guys not happy with this instruction, please don't blame me. I just managed to get it from the admin. So, pertama, you guys need to inform your course coordinator if you guys interested in the device, because we want the course coordinator to go there to sign some papers, which is the key EWPA3 form. Okay. Second, the course coordinator need to inform Mr. Hasmi, and you guys can collect the device 1 week after that, not directly 1 week after that, because again we follow our steps. Step 3, again, as usual, course coordinator need to fill in the form, okay, before borrow, and you can collect your device from your respective course coordinators, okay, because we want to make sure that the course coordinators are responsible for the device. Again, the device is not cheap, it's not cheap, it's 1,000, and also we want to make sure that all the course have the assigned number of Wacom that they agree from the list. So bagi penyerah kursus, sila cek WhatsApp yang dahulu di mana anda telah memberikan bilangan Wacom yang anda minta daripada admin supaya kita boleh keep track. Okay, so I think it's very clear. So first step again, course coordinators need to collect siapa yang interest. Again, pass it to Encik Azmi. Okay, it's quite easy. Okay, so next, let's move on to application. Some of you, like I said, know how to use the device by now because it's not new, it's quite old already. Some of you already have the on devices because you guys can buy it in Shopee, you can buy it in Lazada. But since we do have the new display, again, for those who haven't tried Wacom yet, it is the time for you guys to experience. It's time for you guys to try to do something else, because sometimes if you guys use whiteboard, PowerPoint directly without jotting something out, again, it doesn't feel very natural, to be honest. You have some need to be more natural and more interactive with the audience, because by doing a bit of movement, some of you pay close attention. So the first thing first is obviously Word and PowerPoint and Excel. So for this one here, again, it's very minor for the role of the touchscreen display. Okay, because in Microsoft Office, especially for Word, you guys can only jot down some of the fonts or even using other languages. For example, in the picture, you guys can see my best effort in writing Mandarin. It produced directly. After you guys write down it, it will directly help you guys to display. Please take note, in order to do this, you must install the language that you are interested in doing so. Okay. The second one is obviously using Excel. Excel, if you guys use pen, you guys can actually jot down or comment on Excel. This is a very good tool for reviewing. If you guys want to review Excel sheet, if you want to edit or maybe put a bit of comment, it's a great way of doing it. Okay, rather than typing, because typing it looks very, how to say, very formal. But when you do this, actually, it's much more easier to see. And third, basically, is PowerPoint. Okay, you guys can see my pen is moving there. Okay, so in pen, you guys can click, and basically you guys can write down directly on the PowerPoint. Okay, the PowerPoint here, you guys can see. So basically, by doing this small touch alone, you will gain a lot of attention from the students. Okay, so the second one is Microsoft Whiteboard. Everyone should know by now how to use Microsoft Whiteboard. It is embedded in Teams. And again, there's a lot of you guys are doing it using for the asynchronous session as well as synchronous session. The good thing about the Microsoft Whiteboard, again, it is very, very easy to access. It's very easy to install. Every PC, every app, Google app, and Google Play Store and App Store definitely have the tool. So it's very, very useful. And again, you guys can also include it insert the PDF, Microsoft Word, or PowerPoint directly to the whiteboard. It should be no problem. So maybe I will share something here just to demonstrate a bit about whiteboard. Okay, so again, some of you already know this by now. This is just like a simple whiteboard. And again, you guys can add more people to collaborate. It means that it's almost like CJ's activity just now. Everyone can edit the board straight away. Second, you guys can also include a lot of things here. Okay, so the new thing is actually template nowadays. Okay, if you guys click on template, you guys can see there's a lot of important things that some of you might use next time. Okay, so the one that are really interested maybe is SWOT analysis. You guys can see by doing this simple SWOT alone and add more collaborator, you guys can actually do a very to say important or very again effective discussion among your lecturers. It doesn't mean it's about student. If you want to do a bit of discussion among the lecturers as well, why not using whiteboard? Whiteboard is very interesting. And again, using the pen, you guys can just jot down anything directly to the board. Okay, so like I said, this one is a strength. Just now, I noticed that just now group number 5 is the best, I think. So the strength is group number 5. Let's say group number 5, G5. Thread maybe G4 just now. We can do something like this. It's actually make things much more interactive among a lecturer. It doesn't mean that we can limit ourselves using physical classes also. Okay, so next one, let's go to this one. Okay, where's my PowerPoint? 1 second. Okay, next one. Drawboard PDF. Now, Drawboard PDF, again, this is recommended by, again, none other than Mr. Abang Muhammad Huzaifa. Okay, this one, again, is actually a very useful tool for PDF, especially for editing, and also for even for tutorial. I'm using this app since 2020, if I'm not mistaken. And again, it's very effective tool, especially for editing PDF. Even for marking, for those who are doing the online examination, if you want to do the marking, this one is a very useful app to do. Okay, so let me show you guys for Drawboard PDF. Okay, so you guys can see this is Drawboard PDF. Okay, so Drawboard PDF, the tools are on the right side. If you press the plus button, there's a lot of tools that you guys can use for editing, highlighting, as well as, again, for insert text, picture, etc. But again, most likely you guys are using this for marking or for teaching. So again, let's use the red pen, press plus. Make sure you guys lock the tool so that it will not move around. And again, using the pen or touchscreen display, we can just stick like very easy, like we are doing marking, for example. If you want to highlight, definitely there's a highlight tool for that, and you guys can see the highlight works like this. Okay, it's look very easy and very smooth, especially when you guys have the interactive pen to do this tool. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, next one is Google Jamboard. Google Jamboard is one of the, how to say, the earliest whiteboard. Nothing special about it, but it's still available. Okay, it's still there for you guys to try if you guys want to go and try. Still have the same function as whiteboard. Again, just that it's in Google form. Okay. Okay. The fourth one is my script. Now for my script here, this one is more specifically for mathematics, for group maths. I think all of you have issue. If not issue, we have difficulties and also time constraint in typing the equation in eLEAP. Okay, so I would like to demonstrate to you what is my script. Now my script here, if you guys notice, the URL is also demo. Actually, it's a demo for the company. And I managed to find this sort of like a website app that is very useful for us for mathematics in order to key in equation in our eLEAP. Okay, so let me demonstrate now very quickly. Okay, so for those who are wondering, this is actually Google Jamboard, Jamboard. For those who are interested, like I said, it's just the same as the whiteboard, more or less the same. So there it goes to the next one. Just now is here. Now this is my script mathematics, my script mathematics. Now if I just load this, because this is Edge, hold on a second, you guys can see on the top right there we have LaTeX option there. So this LaTeX option will save us a lot of time now. So let me demonstrate. Let's say I want to write down equation y equals to integral 3, 1 sine 3x dx. Okay, so again, maybe the 3 part we can ignore it, or let me rewrite it again just to make sure everything okay. Y equals to integral 3, 1 sine 5x dx. And you notice straight away on the top part here, they give you guys the equation or the calculation, not the calculation, the coding for LaTeX. All we need to do now is to copy. And if we have the equation editor in here, we just can straight away paste it. Oh, I think I forgot to copy this now. Let's try again. Copy. And you guys can see the equation pop up for us already in eLEAP. So by doing this alone, it will save quite a lot of time, especially when we key in our equation editor in eLEAP. Okay, so I think this site is very, very useful for mathematics, especially for those who want to know to key in using LaTeX in our eLEAP. Okay, so hopefully this one will be very, very useful soon. So next one, I will show you directly because I don't want to switch screen directly. Let me just show you guys the next one, which is pixel paper. This one is pixel paper. Pixel paper works the same as Microsoft Whiteboard. Microsoft Whiteboard, again, we can actually share, insert all things. The only difference for this one maybe is much more easier for the student to log in because it's on the website. And also you can invite other people to join into the paper. So basically, if you think about it, it's almost likely like Whiteboard, just that it's much more easier to do. Okay, the last one I can show you guys is Fluid Maths. Fluid Maths here is again biased, it's for mathematics, but it shows us something that is a bit different in mathematics. Actually, it shows us a bit, we can use animation to do our teaching and learning. Okay. So here I have created something. Okay, this is not from the tutorial. I did myself a circle and a square, and I straight away label it as A and B. Okay, so this is only drawing. I don't do any coding. This is all drawing only. I know some of you will critique my drawing. My drawing is pretty. And we have two equations here. This one equation represent for A. This one is equation for B. And again, obviously, I want to know which one is much more faster, obviously, because I have this one here. You guys can see this, the T here. The T here will tell me, or to be substitute directly into the equation to see how fast or how slow the thing is. So if I just press this start button, you guys can see animation started already. So it will make things very, very interactive for the students for something that is regarding to this. Again, I don't do any coding. I just straight away just draw it. I don't do anything special. This one is all depending on the equation that is given for us, and also basically the labeling. Okay, so I think this one will be very useful to explore for those who are interested. However, for Fluent Maths, it is not free. It's only 30 days trial. In order to get the the license is actually quite expensive lah. Okay, and I think the last one I can show you guys. Last one. Again, this is not related to the display touchscreen. Touchscreen display. We can also go to something called CamMix. I just want to show you guys this one. Now, unfortunately for CamMix, this is not touchscreen friendly. I'm not sure why. But in CamMix, it is a tool where you guys can create your own lab figures. And I think this one is so useful, especially for those who want to do their exam questions. Rather than relying on pre-made picture, you guys can create your own pictures here. And it's not only constrained to chemistry, you guys can use for biology, physics as well. So all the tools are here in cammix.org. I think some of you already know this site, or maybe not, but it's a good place for me to share here. So hopefully you guys can try to explore more apps regarding to this. And I think that is all from me. Okay, all from me. I hope this session is very, very, useful for all of you guys. Okay, because I think as educators, it's not our job to just wait for someone to give us resources. I think it's wise for us to explore further for more apps that is useful, especially for the current situation, which is our online teaching and learning. Even though I would say face-to-face teaching is just around the corner because we can go to the bilik kuliah maybe in the future. But again, if we try our best to do something, for example, to find more apps that will assist us in our teaching and learning, why not? Why not just give it a go? Okay, it will give us much more advantage, and who knows, it will give you guys more alternative way of teaching in just in case there is a new thing that is hindering our face-to-face or physical class next time. Okay, so I think that's it for me. I will pass it back to Mr. Adrus.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Josh. As Mr. Josh says, okay, and I agree, this technology, we can use it not only when we are teaching online, but in classroom to make the session more interesting, okay, by incorporating technology in our teaching and learning. Okay, I open the session for question and answer. Okay, for our first presenter and also our second presenter. Okay, do you have any questions? You can ask it now. You can turn on your video and mic and do ask directly to our presenters. Okay, anyone? Okay, I look in the chat. There's someone asking about how to prepare for CJ, how to prepare the PowerPoint before we can use. Okay, can you explain a bit, CJ, on what is the steps that we need to do before we can share the document in the chat, like what she did earlier?
Oh, okay, sure. Actually, not much preparations. I have attached a template at the near bottom of the chat. There's a template kosong, okay. Nama file itu template digital mahjong lah. So basically, when you open that PowerPoint, you will see there's empty slide. Let me just share my screen where I open the file. So when you open the file, it looks like that, right? So basically, I prepare 6 slides because normally I will have 6 groups in my classrooms, and I prepare 5 text box so that every student just contribute their things in there once they agree. I mean, once they find their informations, and if they need to communicate with their friend, they just add more text box nearby. And for the question, I didn't put. Normally it's just empty like that, and I will have a list of questions paste in the chat. Then the students just copy and paste in their own slide like that lah. So not much preparation. The only preparation is this template only. And just now for our immersive experience, just to smoothen the experience, so I prepare the questions and also some of the section that need to be answered. So that one I prepare just for our experience. But normally for the student part, because the question is slightly simpler, not too complex, right, for their level. So I just prepare a simple template like this, and then directly just drag and drop from the file explorer.
Okay, just drag an empty PowerPoint file is already sufficient, right, CJ?
Yeah, but basically, do have like several text box, at least student doesn't like struggle. Dia tak rebut lah text box
Just the
itu.
design lah. That's the design part lah. But
yeah,
you don't have to set any sharing permission, or it's already open for anyone in the chat to participate, is it?
No need permission, no need open permission, just a text file macam biasa saja, like what Hood
Drag
say.
and drop, eh? Okay,
Drag and drop saja. Dia tak ada permission apa-apa. That's the best part. And then other member not in this group, they don't have access. Only sesiapa yang join sesi tersebut dapat access. Instructor pun boleh. Drag and drop saja.
And like earlier when you are commenting, you're using mouse, is it?
Commenting like the red marking, is it? Yes, mouse saja.
Mouse only, yeah. Okay.
Mouse only. But if you have Wacom, of course it's better.
yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like you can combine the two things.
True. Combine with Josh. Welcome.
Okay. Your participants, any more questions? Maybe one question for Mr. Josh. Anyone?
Josh, saya ada soalan.
Okay, Mr. Hood, soalan.
Which one do you prefer, Josh? Kalau untuk kelas using Teams untuk discuss tutorial and everything, should we use the yang ada dalam Microsoft Teams sendiri, which is board yang whiteboard, silap saya? Is it okay lagi ke compare to yang you share tadi? Actually dia terpulang pada pengajar sebenarnya, because some pengajar prefer different approach. Okay, some terpulang pada tutorial juga, because if you guys using PDF sebagai medium untuk mengajar, I think you guys can use other option macam Microsoft Edge directly pun boleh juga jot down everything. Kalau tak nak, kamu boleh guna Drawboard PDF, but Drawboard PDF definitely ada downside juga, sebab dalam kita punya BT hasilnya tak install lah, so you guys have to inform me to install dia. Kalau tak, you guys can just use the whiteboard. Whiteboard rasanya is the basic lah for Microsoft Teams lah, kalau nak gunakan sebagai pengajaran lah. So but like I said, at the end of the day is up to you guys lah. Which one do you guys prefer? Yeah.
Jee, mungkin boleh share apa yang the point that you mentioned in chat. Mungkin boleh just for sharing.
Oh, okay. Oh, yang macam saya kan, I think I'm not really that well versed when it comes to using whiteboard semua tu. Tapi kalau during class tutorial biasa, because of the SOP kan, students are seated very far apart from each other and very far from the whiteboard. I mean the physical whiteboard. So kalau nak pakai marker and whiteboard, maybe diorang tak nampak. So we just use the screen lah. But for the screen, because I didn't open any MS Teams ke apa ke, so I don't use whiteboard. So what I use is I just simply open the PDF file using Microsoft Edge, and then from there, the moment you open the PDF file, memang ada tools for drawing or marking or erasing. Senang pakai juga lah. You can scroll up and down to zoom in or zoom out. Quite handy lah. So far it works quite well. Kalau nak ambil gambar, just screen capture ke apa kan, you can keep it. Okay. In case for those of you yang tak nak pakai MS Teams, just want to display, just want to find an alternative for a physical whiteboard in a physical class. Yeah.
Okay, maybe CJ boleh share what you mean by the one Microsoft OneNote. How about that? How does that method work?
Okay, I can actually share how I use lah. Let me share my screen. Hang on.
Okay.
Okay, so what you see here is actually Microsoft OneNote lah, yeah. So you can actually So normally my own practice is I will create one Microsoft OneNote in OneDrive first. So I go to Office 365 UNIMAS account and then say I want to add one Microsoft OneNote there. Then from there I say open in desktop applications. Then directly I akan dapat buka dekat PC saya sendiri lah. So bila I update di sini, nanti dekat UNIMAS account pun akan update. So I can open from anywhere. So biasanya if I have an online class, I will put everything in here. So macam gambar pun ada. So the file I need also there. I can put agenda. I can put all the information. So senang untuk saya tahu nak upload file apa. So saya tak kalut lah macam tu. So that's how I use OneNote. And then if you want to draw, then you can simply draw. And then apa lagi ya? Then you can also highlight macam tu. It's very senang. And PDF kan, when you if you I mean this file, you can easily just double click and then dia akan buka satu PDF file sendiri. So everything is in here already. And if you want, you can actually attach your PDF files, but I tak pernah cuba lagi. Let me try now.
So this OneNote file can have other files in it, is it?
You can attach any file. It's like the whiteboard yang Josh introduced tadi lah. Tapi for me, OneNote
the file can be open anywhere, is it?
Yeah, can be open. But you have to first create at UNIMAS 365. Bukan atas desktop kamu. Macam if you create from your own desktop, the source file is dalam you punya PC lah, so it's not online. If you want it online, you create daripada browser, you create from the Office 365, you masuk dari browser lah. I cuba demo yang part how you put in the files. Hang on.
Very useful lah to get everything in one place, eh?
Yeah. This is how I use lah. So macam let's say you can insert screen clipping also. Can screen clipping, like for example, I have a PDF that I want to screen clip. So I just insert. So contohnya you nak just focus satu soalan dalam tutorial kan. So you just screenshot like that. Then the screen can come in. And then you can directly just doodle in there. So you can do anything. Highlight pun boleh.
Alright,
so,
thank you very much.
Easy to use. Yeah, welcome.
Okay, ada lagi soalan yang lain from the participants? Okay, I think that's it. Okay, masa pun dah almost 4. So thank you very much for everyone yang hadir dan participate in our session hari ini. Thank you very much to penceramah that agree to share the knowledge today. I think it's very useful and fruitful for every one of us. Okay, there are two things to remember. The first one is there will be an email later from e4filing for feedback for this course. Okay, please make sure to fill that. Okay, so thank you everyone. That's it for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bruce.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you,
Bruce,
Chee. Thank you, Josh.